Good evening, President Guzman, members of the board, Superintendent Martinez, school, PSD staff, and of course our beloved community. My name is Benjamin Wood, and I think, although most of you know me because of the work that I do with a community organization here in the city that has had a very fruitful collaboration with the district in the past, tonight I'm here as a concerned citizen who has been working on police accountability issues at a regional level for many years. And I understand that this budget line item in this agenda item sets aside anywhere from $3 million to $7 million to pay for security personnel and to place Pomona police officers on different PUSD campuses. We live in a system in which we try to deal with social problems such as poverty, racism, and violence by using the criminal justice system. And while there have been some advances in recent years, it has not changed the prevailing circumstances, which is mass incarceration. It's a system that has a one-size-fits-all approach to problematic behavior. It's basically lock them up. And when this approach prevails on school campuses, we have what social scientists call the school-to-prison pipeline. I'm in touch with parents and members of this community every day who would much rather see their kids on a pipeline to colleges, to careers, to personal development and growth, to contributing to their community, and to making a change for the better. So I would just urge you as a board to take a look at these funds, look at their intended purpose, and ask whether allocating them to a police force that is accountable to no one will really benefit the English learners, the foster youth, the low-income students more than, say, tutors, early intervention, teacher and staff training that they're intended to benefit. There's a crisis in this country in terms of the relationship between the police and the civilian community that's rooted in the excessive use of violence. And I think this agenda item should really cause us to question this concept of security. There are forces that want us to think that the only way to be secure, the only way to be safe, is if there's a man with a gun somewhere nearby. We really need to rethink this and challenge this dominant narrative and the monetary interest behind it, and imagine a concept of security that is really rooted in community, in shared values, in systems of support that prevent students from falling between the cracks and resorting to antisocial behaviors as a means of communication and as cries for help. This is one of the things that we learned when I was in my credential program. I have a California credential, Master's in Education. I'm BCLAD certified, that everything that the students do in the classroom is a way of communicating. So, when we have issues with behavior, that's one of the things we need to consider. So I would just ask you, as somebody who is standing tonight in solidarity with Pomona Student Union, to at the very least hold off on approving this item, analyze it more in depth before you make a decision. Thank you.